From Milwaukee, Wisconsin, it's time for Cardinals baseball. We have Game 2 of our Central Division showdown. The Birds and the Brewers live from a sellout American Family Field here in southeastern Wisconsin. Hi again, everybody. Chip and Brad. Time to turn this streak around. Cardinals having some tough time scoring runs, Brad. Just 3 runs in their last 3 games. But if you look at the underlying metrics, there are an awful lot of positives that Ollie Marmol and the staff are leaning on.
Well, that's exactly what you have to do. It's a week into the season, right? You can't be freaking out about anything, and you can take something away with some of these numbers. How about hard hit percentage? Second in Major League Baseball, second in the NL. Strikeout percentage, the lowest at 17.1, and they are getting some runs, just not getting those timely hits. They continue to barrel the ball. They're going to be in good shape.
With that in mind, the Cardinals, if they win tonight and tomorrow, still can win the series, and 2 pitchers facing them. Well, our Budweiser What's on Tap feature gives you some hope.
Had a lot of success in the past against Eric Lauer and Freddie Peralta. Look at the numbers against the Cardinals in their careers. Cardinals have seen them well. It starts tonight. Time to turn things around.
Well, one thing that doesn't need to change is the hot hitting of Jordan Walker. The Cardinals rookie sensation has a 7-game hit streak to start his big league career. We'll break that down for you as we get you set for Game 2 in Milwaukee. It's the Cardinals and Brewers on Valley Sports. Brad, what a week for the Cardinals rookie outfielder.
Hard to not be excited about Jordan Walker. 321 average, a 60.9 hard hit rate. First among all rookies. He's getting the job done. He's got a little streak going as well.
7 games in a row with a hit to start his big league career. Very impressive work, and we hope that continues in Game 2 tonight. Montgomery is set to make his first Cardinals start at American Family Field in Milwaukee. He'll hopefully help the Birds break a 4-game losing streak as they take on the first-place Brew Crew tonight. Brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. By BJC Healthcare, you deserve extraordinary care. And by Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in the St. Louis area. Find yours at your Mid-America Chevy dealer. Time to end a couple of streaks. Cardinals have lost 4 straight. The Brewers have won 6 straight as we meet in Game 2 here at American Family Field. It'll be Eric Lauer and Jordan Montgomery. I'm Chip Carey. Brad Thompson, Jim Hayes will be along in just a moment. Cardinals were shut out last night. Try to gain some revenge, Brad, and even the series at a game apiece tonight.
It's been 3 shutouts in the last 4 games for the Brewers. They've been getting it done, but this is the lineup that Ollie Marmol's rolling out there against the Brew Crew to change things up. Tommy Edman and Dylan Carlson off the top. Goldie Arenado Contreras in the middle. Taylor Motter getting the start in here today, as is Juan Yepes as the DH.
Eric Lauer, a left-hander on the mound for Milwaukee. We mentioned a moment ago, he and Peralta have faced the Cardinals a lot, and the Redbirds have had good luck. Perhaps this is the man that can help the Redbirds end their losing streak.
Yeah, they certainly have. Eric Lauer has seen the Cardinals quite a bit. Saw him 3 times last year. The Hyundai pitch arsenal. Here's how Eric Lauer is going to try to get him out. The 4-seam fastball gets a ton of swing and miss with that because he sets it up pretty well with the cutter-slider combo. You'll see a little bit of the curveball. He likes to use that early in the count to steal some strikes. Not overpowering, but he mixes location up very well.
Both managers trotting out right-hand heavy lineups, as you'd expect, with 2 left-handers starting the game today. So we'll see how that shakes out. Cardinals have faced 1 left-handed starter. They're 0-1 in that game. The Brewers 2-0 so far for Craig Counsell, facing southpaw opposing starting pitchers. Milwaukee at 6-1. The Cardinals at 2-5, and here's a look at the Brewer defense presented by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. A look at the infield. Owen Miller gets the start at second base. Mike Brasso at third. Luke Voigt, former Cardinal, is at first base. Outfield, Yelich, Weimer, and Brian Anderson, who can play both third and right field. That's what he did for the Miami Marlins. Let's see if the Cardinals can get an early lead, Brad. They've not scored many runs of late, and they've been playing from behind. That's a tough way to win.
And they are due. They're due to put a little bit of pressure on a guy that throws a lot of strikes. Maybe they jump on him early.
So Lauer ready. His first is on the way, and Edman, a good cut, fouls it back, and we're underway.
I like it. I like swinging early in the count. If you're going to get a fastball specifically up in the zone, let it rip.
Edman walked a couple of times last night, batting .250 on the year. And Jerry Lane, who's got the Pentagon tonight, says that's a strike. And it's 0-2. Lowry coming off a win against the Cubs, gave up 2 runs in 5 1/3 innings. Last year a 6-game winner for the Brewers. That's sharply hit, short hop it short. Adames scrambles, fires, and not in time. Voit with a bobble at first. Adames with a great play on a hot shot to short, and the leadoff man's on for the Birds.
Well, Tommy is hustling because this one is hit hard. Adames corrals it. Looked like a pretty good pick at first, but you see it just pop right out of the hand of Luke Voit. The Cardinals got something going.
So we'll await the scoring. Leadoff man on in front of Dylan Carlson, who gets his first action in the series. Carlson's been wearing out left-handed pitching for the Cardinals. Let's see what he does here. And that play at first ruled an error. It's the second error for the Brewers, both of them on Adames, their starting shortstop. Big hole right side for Dylan. Lauer checks out Edman at first, who has a short lead. And he took a shot at right and sprays it off the net.
We have not seen too many times, Chip, early in this season where the pitcher has picked over twice and he's out of pickoffs. And then it's basically you're ready for liftoff for the stolen base. Guys are not pressing the issue.
Didn't get that. It's 0-2. What do you make of Eric Lauer? What's the key to his success?
Yeah, I think one of the things that he does very well to the right-handers, he gets that cutter in there. But the dangerous thing is when you try to get that cutter into the right-handers, you tend to leave them over the plate. He gave up 24 home runs to righties last year.
Caratini, a nice job to save that one from going to the backstop.
Well,
1 and 2 strikes.
Yeah, an example of it right there. That was a cutter that he was trying to go in. It ended up backing up on him. If that pitch isn't sharp, it could end up being a long day.
You mentioned the home run ball. That has really been problematic for Lauer against the Cardinals. First the pitch. There's a shot to left field. That's down for a base hit. Edman's going to stop at second as Yelich got to it quickly. And the Cardinals' top 2 hitters are on in front of Goldie, Arenado, and Contreras.
This time the slider from Lauer, and Dylan Carlson is ready for it. Good swing. Talked a lot about how quick his bat is, specifically from the right side. Shows it off right there. Another hard hit baseball.
Lauer's given up 9 homers in 30 2/3 innings against St. Louis. And here's where the Cardinals have been struggling of late. Last 3 games, 32 base runners. They've scored 3 runs. They've got 2 on, nobody out, and the middle of the order coming up. So no time like the present to get a lead. And who better than Paul Goldschmidt, who's hitting .391 on the year. Goldie went 0 for 3 last night.
We've seen incredible patience from Paul Goldschmidt. Look at the runners in scoring position. 14 RBI the first 4 games. Last 3 games only 2.
Good cut, foul back. I guess if you're trying to make lemonade out of lemons, the fact of the matter is at least you're getting chances. You know,
it's inevitable.
It would feel a whole lot worse if you had 10 base runners and scored 3 runs in 3 games.
It's frustrating. Nobody likes a record. Ollie doesn't like the record and where they're at right now. There's certainly some things to tweak. But if you're looking at the outlying numbers, the offense is going to come. They are going to score more and more runs.
That's hit in the air toward right. Anderson is back shy of the track. He'll make the grab. And Tommy Edman will tag and move up to third. Productive out for Goldschmidt. They're at the corners with 1 out for Nolan Arenado.
Your replacement, number 28, Nolan Arenado.
Nolan riding a 7-game streak. He had a couple of knocks last night. 5 RBIs on the year. Chance to put St. Louis in front with some contact here in the first inning. Chopper foul at third. The way Milwaukee lines up defensively, I'm sure gives Nolan a pretty good idea of how they're going to pitch him. You mentioned the cutter. I mean, he's got 10 acres to play with on the right side if something leaks out over the middle of the plate.
Yeah, and the thing with Nolan, even if something leaks out over the plate, he still pulls it. I mean, that's kind of his tendency. That's where his power is.
First and third, one out. Took a shot at right, didn't get it. 0-2.
Really is crazy when you look at this swing and miss on that fastball, that four-seam fastball, because it's not overpowering from Lauer, but you're so concerned about him being able to come in on you. You have that one away, just can't hold up.
Let's see if Arenado shortens up and pokes one to right here, down 0-2 in the count. Swing drive, hammered down the left field line. Did he keep it fair? He did not. It's a foul ball. That was close.
Boy, they needed that one too. Still got another chance. This is very close. Another good look at it right down the line. Just in enough. Couldn't keep the hands inside and keep it fair.
So he missed home run number 300 by about 1.5 feet.
Nolan now takes his timeout. Reset the clock.
And we'll try again. 0-2. Got it in just enough to force another foul ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Nolan Arenado is the guy you want to try to sneak that four-seamer on the outer half by. He gets that pitch very well. If you locate it in, you got a chance, but be careful if you leave it over the plate.
And a pitch clock violation on Lauer now. And that moves the count to 1-2 strikes. Can afford to do that when you're ahead 0-2. And a big pitch again for the Cardinal third baseman. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Brad mentioned, the right-hand hitters clobbered 24 home runs against Lauer last year. He surrendered 27 in total. Pitch. Fly ball center. Weimer is back. He's under. He's got it. Runners tag. Here comes the throw. It's cut off. There'll be no throw at second. And Nolan Arenado with a sacrifice fly cashes in a leadoff error. And St. Louis has a 1-0 lead.
Well, manufacturer, right? You thought you had the 3-run home run. Didn't quite keep it fair, but gets the job done here. The Cardinals finally have a lead. It feels like it's been forever.
And former Cub and current Cardinal Wilson Contreras is greeted with a standing boo. Here in Milwaukee,
They don't boo nobodies.
that's it. And inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Contreras 0 for 3 in the game last night. 1-0 Cardinals. Nolan Arenado with his 6th RBI. How about a 2-out hit? The pitch. Contreras didn't get that. It's 1-1.
Contreras is using that clock to his advantage. He waits till he gets down close to that 9-second mark.
Cardinals have their first lead in their last 5 games. They've trailed in 34 of 36 innings, but they lead tonight.
That was due factor here.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Little pop into shallow right. That ball is gonna drop. Dylan Carlson comes home to score. Contreras with a 2-strike, 2-out hit makes it 2-0.
We've been talking so much about the hard hit balls from the Cardinals. This one not hard hit, didn't have to be. Slider gets on his hands, breaks his bat. He is the toughest guy in the National League right now to strike out. He just is not swinging and missing. Gets the bat to that one and drops one in.
2-out hits are backbreakers. And Carlson comes home to score. Top 2 Redbirds hitters have tallied a run tonight.
How about the job by Dylan Carlson to tag up on that play as well? Get to second. Throw hits the cutoff man, but he got such a good jump on it. He put himself in that position.
So Chris Hook, the Brewers pitching coach, out to talk to Lauer here. This game could get out of hand in a hurry. If O'Neill could park one, he's due.
Not sure I could think of a worse last name for a pitching coach than Hook.
Well, maybe he had a great curveball.
Well, that could be. Maybe I'm just used to getting the hook while pitching.
O'Neill went 0 for 4 last night. Taylor Motter has the start at second tonight. He waits on deck. Let's see how carefully they pitch Tyler with 2 outs. Those first 2 might be an indication here of the old unintentional. We'll see. 2 runs on 2 hits. There's that center cut fastball.
I mean, it really is amazing. This swing and miss. He had 88 strikeouts on that pitch last year. You think about guys that have that 4-seam. You're thinking big velocity. Just not the case. But that's why it's that slider right there, the ability to get in, and then he goes away.
Now a 2-2 count. They're making Lauer work here in this first inning. 26 pitches.
You got to think too. You leave too many balls right there. I mean, that one was 92 miles an hour right down the middle. Going to make him pay.
Inside corner, O'Neill frozen, and that'll retire the side. Wilson Contreras with a 2-out RBI single gives the Cardinals a 2-0 lead. In this ballpark tonight, Brad, and he's got a 2-0 lead before he's thrown that first pitch.
Well, he had a couple of starts against the Brewers last year. The numbers on 32 starts between the Yankees and the Cardinals. Such a big addition to the Birds at the deadline. The Hyundai pitch arsenal for Jordan Montgomery uses his sinker quite a bit. Gets a lot of ground balls when he's right. The curveball gets a ton of swing and miss out of the zone. His changeup throws that for a strike as well.
He'll start with Mike Brasso, the third baseman. Brasso 1 for 6 at the plate. And Montgomery's day is underway with a fastball up and away. Brasso just 1 career hit against the Cardinals. Hope we keep it that way tonight. And a pop-up into shallow center. Who wants it? It'll be Edman at short. And Brasso's retired atop the Brewers lineup presented by Craig Counsell. Milwaukee has been rolling during this 6-game win streak. It's their longest since an 11-gamer a couple of years ago. Brad, they've outscored their opponents by 30 runs.
Yeah, they're getting it done. They are getting it done. The pitching has been very good, but these guys, I was really impressed with their approach. First of all, they're a really patient team. They don't expand their zone a lot. They'll take their walks, and they'll drive the ball the other way. Showed that off a lot yesterday.
Willie Adames, the hitter. Adames hit a home run and scored twice last night, batting .280.
Yeah, speaking of taking the ball the other way, opposite field shot. He's got so much power that way. Getting in on him is important.
One ball, one strike. Adames, a 31 homer man for Milwaukee last year. That got the inside corner. Generous call from Jerry Lane. Adames with a look back.
Yeah, Willie Adames didn't like that. If I am Jordan Montgomery, I say all day long, until I'm not given that pitch, I'm going to go there.
To left. Carlson turned the wrong way. Still going. And near the wall. Makes a great recovery and catch. Nice way to introduce the Cardinal defense, presented by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Carlson, O'Neill, and Walker left to right. Motter gets the start at second. Contreras behind the plate. In a right-hand dominant hitting lineup for both managers here in game two. Here's Yelich. Led off last night. Hits third tonight. Lefty versus lefty. And takes high, ball one.
That changeup that Adames hit out to the track, and you're right, that was a fantastic play. The recovery by Dillon. That's a pitch that Montgomery's going to really have to focus on keeping down in the zone. That's where he got hurt in his first game.
And in this park especially. This is an airport.
Ball does fly.
So a good start for St. Louis. Brad, what's your Toyota key to victory tonight?
Well, I'm looking for quality and quantity. Okay, a quality start. The Cardinals are one of 5 teams that do not have one yet. To get that, you got to have a quantity of innings. Need at least 6 of them. Only one Cardinal starter has hit that mark so far. That is Miles Michaelis. Didn't get a quality start though. They need it. They need their starters to start going deeper into the game, give them quality innings, and having quicker innings. And you know that Montgomery can do that.
Well, he's a pitch away from a 1-2-3 first and a shutdown inning. And that one out towards short. Edmonds got it to his right. The flip to first, and that's exactly what Montgomery got. 12 pitches, 3 outs, and a 2-0 St. Louis lead after 1. Montgomery with a 12 pitch, 1-2-3 first, shuts them down. And on we go to the second. 7, 8, 9 on the lineup card. It starts with Taylor Motter. Motter has a hit this year. That hit a double and gets the start at second for the Redbirds. And upstairs, ball one.
A double was a loud one too. He is the owner of the 5th hardest hit ball in baseball. That double off of Dylan Dodd. It was 114.8 miles an hour. We've seen it. We saw it in spring training. He hit the ball hard. Drive the ball all over the place. Able to make this roster his 7th big league team, and he's looking to take advantage of any opportunity that he's getting.
Motter, Walker, and Yepez for St. Louis. And the 2-1. That's high, ball 3. Lauer, the pride of Kent State University. 6'3", 209. The pitch is way outside, and another leadoff man on for the Cardinals. Motter walks to start the inning. Stream every out-of-market MLB game live or on demand. New and included for 2023. Stream all minor league baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for all the details. Jordan Walker, a 7-game hitting streak to start his major league career. And almost got hit on the shoe.
Well, Jordan Walker, he's ready to hit as soon as he gets up there. I mean, he is up there to swing He swings early in counts. He gets something near the zone. He's going to let it fly right here. Didn't like the big breaking ball. Looking for that heater, that cutter in.
He's been a dead pull hitter in his first week as a big leaguer. With that in mind, look how the Brewers line up defensively against him.
We have seen him, though, throughout his minor league career. We saw it in spring training, too. The power that he has the other way also. Put one in the gap. He's running for days.
That's popped up. And creeping over the netting and into the first row of seats. And count to Walker. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, we've seen it a couple of times already with 2 strikes. Eric Lauer tries to throw that fastball by him away. Does he try to sneak it by the 20-year-old rookie?
Be careful. The pitch. It's inside. Two and 2. Now 3 and 2. Plate jumping around on Lauer here in his second inning. Let's see what the Cardinals do with moderate first on a full count. Nobody out. Short lead. He's going and slammed on the brakes and scampers back to first as Walker struck out.
Just tied him up. That was that good hard cutter inside there by Lauer. Was not able to get a piece of that and stay alive.
Here's Juan Yepez. And a breaking ball low to Juan. 1 ball, no strikes.
Love to see Juan Yepez be able to get into one. Ollie Marmol talked about it. One of the tougher conversations he had to have in spring training was sending Juan Yepez back. He had a good spring. It was just a roster crunch.
Well, with Nootbaar eventually going to the injured list, that opened up a spot for Yepez, and here he is starting against the left-handed Brewers. Eric Lauer. High fly ball hit toward left, but Yelich on the run near the line. Plenty of room, and that's out number 2. And we go back to the top of the order. Before Tommy Edman bats, let's enjoy a quick word from BOS.
When you need to expand your business, turn to BOS. We can make loan decisions locally, so you can unleash your full potential. BOS, bank boldly.
Happy scoring change for Tommy Edman. That error on Adames was changed to an infield hit. So 3 Cardinal safeties in the first inning, and a base hit to left for Edman makes him 2 for 2.
Well, Tommy took that same hack on the first pitch of the game. It was an elevated fastball, didn't get to it. Well, he got to that one. Trying to go in, it ends up more up in middle, and Tommy's hands are quick enough to get on top of it.
This is where the Cardinals have shined all year. The Cardinals entered play today leading all of baseball with a .376 batting average in 2-out situations. Let's see if they can add to that. Contreras with a 2-out RBI single in the first. Let's see what Carlson can do. He singled and scored in the opening inning.
It was a slider that he hit in the first inning that caught too much of the plate. We saw 2 pitches go. Lauer really dig in there and get that one. Does he go back to it? Got away with one there.
Yeah, Dylan wants that one back, but he's still alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Motter at second, Edman at first, top of the 2nd inning. Well, everybody will be moving now with a full count. So advantage Cardinals. Lauer's about to throw his 49th pitch. Runners lead. There they go. And a swing and a miss will retire the side. Cardinals strand a pair in the 2nd, but lead 2-0 early. First inning in 1-2-3 fashion. Hope the same is true in the 2nd. He'll face Contreras, Voit, and Brian Anderson for the Brewers, who trail 2-0. All-Star William Contreras earned those honors last year with the Braves as a DH in the National League. Came to the Brewers in a complicated 3-way trade that involved the Oakland A's. Right there for a strike. 0-2.
I like how he's locating his fastball early on. We saw the sinker down and away first pitch. That time that 4-seam. His ability to mix those 2 pitches up, I think that's what makes him so dangerous.
And if memory serves, when he's at his best, Brad, he's a guy that just wears out the infield grass. A lot of ground balls.
For sure he is. And you saw it there on that first pitch to Contreras. It's that great sinking action, just misses the barrel. And that's how you get quick outs.
And a swing and a miss takes care of Contreras. 4 up, 4 down for Montgomery. And 1 man out in the 2nd as we join Jim Hayes. Hey, Jim.
Hey, Chip. Jack Flaherty went 5 innings last night, gave up 2 runs, walked 6. That's 13 walks over 2 starts for Jack. Pitching coach Dusty Blake told me Jack will be fine. He said, first and foremost, he's a monster competitor. He's gone out and given us a chance to win each time out. There are some things we're working on in terms of pitch execution, but he was better last night than he was in his first start, and I think he's in a good spot. Remains to be seen.
You agree with that, Brad?
Yeah, I think he's made strides, right? Jack's not happy about walking as many guys as he has, 13 in his 2 games. It's not where he wants to be, but
Luke Voit skies one toward Walker and right. He froze for a moment, but he'll put that away. Two outs. So let's check out our Kia player profile with Brian Anderson coming up. Anderson riding a 7-game hit streak, and what a find he's been.
He is tearing it up. I mean, he's leading the league in average, OBP, OPS. He's doing it all right now.
And a hit, scored a run last night. A versatile player. Can play third, can play right, could probably play first in a pinch.
For sure. For sure.
Most important thing for this kid's healthy. All kinds of injury problems the last several years, playing in a gigantic park in Miami. I think he's going to love hitting here. Who doesn't? As that one's on the ground. There we go. Montgomery with another one. And another 1-2-3 inning. He breezes through the 2nd. St. Louis leads it 2-0. With the purchase of your themed ticket, fans take home a Fleece Friends blanket. Come early for a pregame concert of 90s hits from Proud Larry. Tickets at cardinals.com/theme. Well, can't say enough good things about the start of Jordan Montgomery. 2 innings, 20 pitches.
Yeah, been effective with all of his pitches too. He's showing them off, showing good feel for the breaking ball, spotting both his fastballs to each side of the plate.
Paul Goldschmidt, a productive out his first time up, moved a runner up with a fly ball and takes a little low for an even count. Cardinals only making 2 trips to Milwaukee with the new schedule this year. Our first road trip, and I believe our last road trip.
Little bookends against the Brew Crew throughout the year, and you mentioned it yesterday in the game. I mean, all of these division games mean a little bit more due to the fact that you just don't see them as much.
Launched foul out of play. And the fans in Milwaukee understand that too. It's a beautiful day today in southeastern Wisconsin. They've got a sellout crowd today.
Must be a big day. I think they got a Giannis giveaway.
You know, that was a veteran move right there. First the pitch. There's a shot hit to left. That's hard. Yelich will turn, and that ball bangs off the top of the wall. And Goldschmidt stands at second with a 2-strike leadoff double. He missed a homer by a foot.
That's the thing about Goldie. You try to pitch him in so many different ways. You try to get in, you try to go down, you try to elevate. Elevates this one, top of the strike zone, and just drives it right off the wall. Talk about how selective Goldie is. He's not expanding his zone. He just waits out there. He's one of the most patient hitters in baseball, but he's also near the top of the list on that. Hard hit balls.
Second double with his first hit of this series. And let's see if Arenado can chase him around. Nolan with a sac fly for his 6th RBI that came in the Cardinals' first. Redbirds 2 runs on 5 hits. And the veteran move I was describing for Brad was they have a Greek Freak Brewers basketball jersey night tonight. I'm not going to try to say his last name, but if you're a fan of the Bucks,
yeah, you've got it.
Giannis. He's the man in town. Swing, high fly ball. That's hammered deep to left. Did Arenado do it? Yes, he did. Number 300 in Milwaukee.
You knew it was a matter of time. He was going to get it. Number 300. What a moment for Nolan. Wow.
First homer of the year. He's knocked in 3 runs tonight. And it mimics what happened in his first at bat. He almost hit the foul pole. Nice round number for Nolan Arenado, a no-doubter to left. As Contreras swings and misses, and on the recoil, he got Caratini in the back of the helmet for out number 1.
Out number 300 for Nolan Arenado. It was a changeup, left middle, that beautiful swing, head down on contact, and this time, to your point, able to keep it fair. What a big swing of the bat right there.
And it doubles the Cardinals' lead. Another home run allowed by Lauer. That's the 2nd of the season. And the Cardinals up 4-0. Let's see if O'Neill can get in on the fun. He was rung up on strikes. You just got the sense, Brad, that all these opportunities the Cardinals were getting, it was just a matter of time. But you get a run here, you get a run there. It seemed to release the pressure a bit.
Well, it really does. Well, you know how this goes. If you're not scoring runs, everything feels flat. It's not that you're not trying. It's not that you're not going out there and putting together good at-bats. It just feels different. Well, it changes with a couple of swings of the bat early on in this ball game as the Cardinals have a lead, continue to add to it, and continue to put on pressure.
2 in the first, 2 here in the third. And that's upstairs. O'Neill takes a walk.
You got Jordan Montgomery, a couple of very quick innings for him, and he's got himself a little bit of a cushion out there.
Second baseman, number 55, Theodore Hunter.
Motter walked First of 2 issued by Lauer in the game. Here in Milwaukee, they have a cool thing on their scoreboard. They have a player trivia note. Motter has one I don't think I've ever seen for a big leaguer. First, the 1-strike pitch. It's foul back. It says that Taylor estimates he broke more than 15 bones as a kid.
That's a lot. I feel like this is a very high number. I have to dig in a little bit on this. Did one incident do a bunch of them? A lot of isolated incidents. Parents have good insurance. I would think. Good relationship with doctors.
I love those funny notes, don't you? It's a little
something different.
Sense of the personality of the guy.
For some reason, not shocking.
Good point. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He plays hard on the field. There's a good chance as a kid that's what he did.
Oh, good cut. And fouled straight back. It's 1-2.
How about this pitch count here for Eric Lauer? He's approaching 70 pitches in the ball game, only in the 3rd inning.
Number 69 on the way now. High fly ball, center field. Back goes Weimer to the edge of the track, and he's there. And that is out number 2.
And nothing is coming easy for Eric Lauer, and that's exactly what this Cardinal offense should be. As we've talked a lot about, this is a relentless offense, top to bottom.
Yeah, Ollie said the offensive philosophy is really simple. Command the strike zone and hit the ball hard. The Cardinals have been doing that all year long. In fact, the Redbirds have the 2nd highest hard hit percentage behind the Dodgers. There's a shot hammered to left. Yelich going back. He's going to turn. The ball is off the top of the wall and gone. A J-bomb for Walker, and the Cardinals are pouring it on.
This is exactly what everybody has been waiting for, this Cardinal offense to flip the switch. And Jordan Walker flips the switch on this right down the middle, elevated fastball, and another just rocket off the bat of the 20-year-old.
Another shot. This one almost knocks down Brasso. High throw, but on the money. And that'll retire the side. A pair of 2-run homers. Nolan Arenado with number 300. Jordan Walker with number 2. And the Redbirds are in flight, 6-0. The Birds bombing away in the 3rd inning. Arenado and Walker with 2-run shots. Jordan Montgomery now with a 6-0 lead as he faces Owen Miller. First look at Miller in the series. And he takes a strike.
A really nice changeup right there from Montgomery, mixing it up well, and he's been quick. I mean, 1st inning 12 pitches, 2nd inning 8 pitches. Well, after pouring it on again, you'd love to get Lauer back out there quickly. Another fast one here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm a big believer in shutdown innings. Don't give the Brewers any kind of hope or any kind of momentum back, especially in this ballpark.
Yeah, the worst feeling as a pitcher is when you have one of those rough innings and all of a sudden you feel like you just caught your breath and you got to go right back out there.
Strike 3 takes care of Miller. 2 strikeouts for Montgomery, who set down 7 straight.
His fastball location is so good right now. This one, the sinker, front door, perfectly located.
And that brings up Joey Wiemer, the 8th place hitter. Wiemer playing center tonight. Off to a terrific start, hitting .350 with a home run. He's got a 6-game hit streak. They are really excited about their rookie trio that we saw last night. The number 3, number 4, number 5 prospects in their organization. Garrett Mitchell, Bryce Terang, and Joey Wiemer.
And they still got in Double-A what many believe to be the best prospect in baseball in Jackson Chourio.
2-0 pitch. And that one way inside, ball 3. Umpires in the crowd thought that was generous. Monty will take it. 3 balls and a strike.
Fastball up, just caught the corner, gives himself a new life. How about a little sinker down the way, get a ground ball.
Driven to right. Walker got a good jump in that Bermuda triangle. Can't get it. Ball ricochets off him and the base of the wall. And Wiemer, in a blink of an eye, stands at second with 1 out.
Well, Monty ended up falling behind. It was a sinker, but it was elevated. You see Jordan right there just can't quite get back to the spot in time. Just missed it by a couple of inches.
So the first Brewers base runner, Wiemer, with a double, and Victor Caratini is coming up. So Wiemer with a 7-game hit streak now. He stands at second in a 6-0 Cardinal game.
We talked about this last night with Brandon Woodruff on the mound. His misses were great misses. They were just off the plate. They were just under it. We're seeing a lot of that early on in this game with Montgomery's. Misses have been good.
Pop fly foul back our way. Strike 2 for the Brewers catcher.
Jim, you better be ready to make a play up here in Milwaukee.
Yeah, we're in range here, aren't we?
You're an athlete. You'll be fine.
Good luck. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second, 1 out, 6-0. And a swing and a miss. Montgomery heats him up and has his 3rd strikeout.
Well, another punch out, another fastball. This one elevated. You see by that swing, he was very conscious of the inner half right there, and that fastball in the outer half just blew past him.
Two outs now. Top of the order, Mike Brasso. And a little chopper. Arenado's going to charge and will not have a play. Throws back to third. Everybody's safe. And Milwaukee, with an infield hit, has men at first and third.
Well, those ones are maddening. It was a really good curveball. Beat it into the ground. Nolan had no play on that. It was a heads-up move to try to see if he could end up getting Wiemer sleeping over there at third
base. Well, you have to be careful here with Adames. He hit that screaming line drive at Carlson and left. First and third, the pitch. Ball 1.
I like that spot too. Home plate umpire Jerry Lane didn't give the call. He's been giving that inner half for the most part in this ball game thus far.
Yelich, a left-hand hitter, is on deck. Adames way ahead in the count, 2-0. Ooh, a high strike.
Didn't get the first one that he appeared to spot in. That one looked like it might have been a little above the zone, but he gets it. Maybe he can go to work from that. To your point with Yelich on deck, you don't want to load the bases, obviously, but there is no way that you're giving in here in a 3-1 count and just serving up a heater away. Still going to compete against Adames.
Back in the count, 3-2.
That's a good spot right there, right on the corner.
So Brasso will be off to the races at first. Goldschmidt letting Montgomery know he'll play behind. Left side of the Cardinal infield as deep as they're allowed to play with Adames. The stretch and the 3-2 pitch. And they're loaded for Yelich. They weren't going to give him anything good to hit. Now they'll take their chance lefty-lefty. There's a base open. It had to be second base. And now you got lefty-lefty with Yelich, who has not hit for a high average yet.
Yeah, Adames just so dangerous. You like your chances here. Yelich had a tough time elevating the ball as well. Also has 12 strikeouts on the season so far.
After breezing through the first 2 innings, Montgomery, after a couple of strikeouts, infield hit and a walk to load the bases. And the sellout crowd in Milwaukee at its loudest now.
Well, the biggest key with Yelich up, in my opinion, is staying down. You stay down in the zone, he's not going to be able to get it up in the air. Utilize your defense. But beat it into the ground.
But it won't matter if you can't throw strikes. 2-0. No lead is safe in this park, especially with the bases loaded. And fouled away, 2-1 to count. There's the ground ball. And Motter's got that, and Montgomery is out of the 3rd inning. The Brewers leave the bases loaded, and the Cardinals lead by 6. From today, participants get a powder blue long sleeve Cardinals shirt and Ozzie Smith medallion. Sign up at cardinals.com/5K. It's presented by Bally Sports Midwest. Tommy Edman will go to work for the Cardinals, who lead by 6.
I was wondering why you were running around the hotel today. You've been training for that 5K.
Well, I'm not training nearly as well as our director Tom Mee and our producer Brian Shapiro. You should see them running the stadium steps at Busch Stadium before our broadcast to get ready for the 5K.
See, it's funny, I generally see them run at night. Big nighttime runners.
1 ball, 1 strike. And now 1-2. I mean, when you see Tom Mee and Tyler O'Neill standing next to each other, It's almost like identical twins.
Yeah, spitting images.
It's into the second deck.
It's like looking into a mirror in a fun house.
1 ball, 2 strikes. For Edman leading off, he's 2 for 2 with a run scored. Cardinals got 2 in the first. And that took a lot of the pressure off. Cardinals have really struggled falling behind in the first 2 innings. Not tonight. 2 in the first, 4 in the third. And rolled foul. Brasso's got that. Arenado with a milestone homer if you're just joining us. Hit number 300. And then Jordan Walker in the Redbirds third hit his second big league homer. A line drive screamer that bounced off the top of the left field fence. To center. And Weimer is there for out number 1. Voting's open now for the 2023 Cardinals Hall of Fame, brought to you by Edward Jones. Our nominees this year: Joaquin Andujar, Steve Carlton, David Freese, Matt Morris, and Edgar Renteria. Cast your vote at cardinals.com/HOF. Voting closes April 21st.
That was the pitch right there that Dillon struck out on in his second at bat. First at bat, crushed a slider to left, ended up coming around to score.
Took a shot at right, that curling though toward the sellout crowd. And out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Cardinals doing to Eric Lauer what they've done to him in previous matchups.
Well, there were definitely trends. They were solid against him last year. He had 3 starts against the Cardinals. He struggled against them a year ago. Just hitting balls hard. As we said, at some point the results are going to be there.
Now Dillon in a hitter's count. 3 balls and a strike. And a base on balls. A 1-out walk. 3 of those from Lauer to go along with a couple of home runs. Not the recipe he was looking for today, and he's already over 80 pitches. Goldschmidt doubled and scored ahead of Arenado's home run.
Well, if you're a left-handed pitcher, Goldie just gives you nightmares anyhow. Came into action today hitting 600 this year against the lefties, but career 330 with an OPS over 1,000 against left-handed pitching.
Yeah, that combination in this ballpark figure favors the Cardinals here in game 2.
And you couple that with the fact that he's one of the best hitters in the history of this ballpark. All things point to success.
Every Cardinal has reached base with the exception of Yepez already in the game. It's just the 4th inning. One ball, 2 strikes. Driven toward right, and that's going to be playable. And back to first is Carlson for the 2nd out. Brian Anderson makes the play, and here is Arenado, number 300, a no-doubter to left. It's our T-Mobile coverage cam.
Well, been sitting on 299, had to sit on it the entire offseason. And he finally gets it here in the 8th game of the season. A hanging changeup. Congratulations to him, and many more to come this year.
So part of a 3 RBI night for Arenado, who hit a sac fly in the first. So he'll have an 8-game hitting streak going into action tomorrow when we wrap up the series here in Milwaukee. Then it's off to Denver for our first look at Buddy Black's Colorado Rockies. And again, 0-2. Just a little out in front.
Well, we saw last night in the ball game a little bit of frustration from Nolan Arenado after he hit a soft liner over to third base. He broke his bat in frustration, gave a little yell. He's been frustrated, not with necessarily himself. I think the way things have been going, Cardinals haven't been able to cash in. Well, he's a big part of it today.
That's the difficulty for casual fans. I think you get an early first impression and you automatically go into panic mode. Ollie, the staff, the players, the broadcasters, everybody's saying, guys, it's a week.
I think we're going to be okay.
And tonight, evidence of that with 6 early runs. And upstairs, ball 1. Cardinals trying to snap their 4-game losing skid and Milwaukee's 6-game win streak. And the dirt, 2-2. Don't know how this at bat's going to turn out for Nolan, but I love his approach with 2 strikes.
He just fights, doesn't he? He'll foul stuff off. He'll make you make a mistake. He's one of those guys, too, that you try to be so perfect on him with 2 strikes. That's when you do end up making a mistake. You try to make a slider break more. All of a sudden, that thing backs up in the middle of the plate and he drives out of the ballpark.
Sharply hit. Oh, nice pick, Adames, and a laser to second to retire the side. The Cardinals are crushing the baseball early in Milwaukee. 15,000 fans 16 and up take home a Victory Blue t-shirt honoring the life and legendary career of late Hall of Famer Bruce Sutter. Tickets available at cardinals.com/promotions. The Cardinals are wearing their victory grays tonight. They lead 6-0 in the home 4th with William Contreras set to lead off. Last night Milwaukee wore their City Connect uniforms. Now they're in their standard home white pinstripe unis.
A good break ball right there from Montgomery. Labored a little bit last inning. Had thrown 20 pitches coming into the 3rd, 25 an inning ago.
He's got good life on his fastball. Seen some late swings from the Brewers, who have struck out 3 times. No swing. 2-2.
I think one of the best things about the fastball is the command with both the 4-seam and the 2-seam. We're seeing him run that 2-seam both sides, elevate more with the 4-seam fastball, and then mix that thing in. You see a fastball up in the zone, then the changeup down there under it. It's a lot for a hitter to cover.
Jordan also with 3 ground ball outs in the game. He scattered a couple of hits. And another swing and a miss. 4th strikeout. Good start to the 4th inning. 1 away. Luke Voigt coming up. But first, Jim Hayes.
Hey, tough break for the Cards, losing Packy Naughton to the IL, but Ollie Marmol says bringing up Genesis Cabrera is a solid option. Ollie said he looked good at spring training. We lost him to the WBC for a while, but we know what he can do. He's contributed at a very high level for us in the past. He can help us Chip, Packy has a left forearm strain. He's getting an MRI back in St. Louis.
Yeah, Jim, we hope Packy's going to be okay. That's always a scary thing for a pitcher. One more note, Jim. What's the availability of Cabrera tonight? Would he be able to go if the Cardinals have needed, you think?
Probably not, because he pitched 2 innings at AAA last night, then made his way here. We'll have to see, but I would label him as doubtful.
All right, thank you very much, Jim. But good to have him back in the show. And hopefully he won't be needed out of the Cardinal bullpen tonight.
Yeah, like what we're seeing out of Montgomery. I echo what you're talking about too with Packy Naughton. You wish him all the best. Hopefully those results come back as clean as possible.
Yeah, you saw that last night after he threw a pitch. He was squeezing his pitching hand.
I could just see that I had that feeling before, that flash and maybe the little numbness in the arm. Labeled again as a forearm strain.
1-2 pitch. It is over but low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So as soon as we find out the results of that imaging, we'll pass them along to you. And again, Packy, hope everything went well today. Voit 0 for 1 tonight. He flied out and lost the bat and is down on strikes. Montgomery back-to-back punch outs. He's got 5 of them.
Well, again on the changeup here, your Chevy pitch track's a good look. It just pulls the string. Changeup perfect, down away on the corner. Gets another swing and miss.
So Voit left muttering as he makes his way to the Brewers dugout. Here's Anderson. He bounced out. And up and away. That one goes foul to the right side, and quickly strike 1.
That's the interesting thing in this game so far. Montgomery really hasn't been getting ahead of a ton of hitters. Now just 5 for 15 first pitch strikes. But he's getting right back into counts.
One troublesome inning. That was the 3rd, and that trouble came with 2 outs.
I thought he navigated around that very well, as you mentioned at the time. Really working around Adames. You did load the bases, but able to get to Christian Yelich, get that ground ball. Another good changeup there.
I like the fact too that Jordan really hasn't shown that pitch the first time through the order. Something else for these hitters to try to calculate.
I feel like that's almost a little bit of a lost art, is saving something, having something in the back pocket for a little bit later on in ball games.
That's followed up with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and you saw the awkward swing from a good hitter. Still 1-2. Earlier in the game, Brad, the Cardinals really hoping Montgomery can take this game deep, get a quality start. He's got 6 runs to play with. He's only thrown 61, now 62 pitches, and he just struck out the side. He's getting stronger in the middle innings, and the Cardinals lead game 2 big. One of the greatest moments in the national pastime. April 8th, 1974. Henry Aaron off Al Downing at old Atlanta Fulton County Stadium passed Babe Ruth with number 715. And if you have not heard Vin Scully's iconic call of that home run on radio while doing the game for the Dodgers, for those of us who work in the same industry as the great Dodger Hall of Famer, it is a must listen.
A special moment for sure. You get goosebumps every time I see that.
Henry Aaron, who began his career with the Milwaukee Braves, finished his career as a Milwaukee Brewer. And sadly no longer with us, but I'm sure watching from above. One of the kindest, gentlest souls our sport has known, and a guy that has authored, for me, not just the home run record, the most amazing statistic. If you took away every single one of Henry Aaron's home runs, he would still have had 3,000 hits.
Pretty good career right there. Special.
Contreras to center. That's how Gus Varland is greeted. He takes over in the 5th inning for Milwaukee. The Cardinals, Brad, did to Eric Lauer what they have done in the past, and now it's a Chevy call to the bullpen for the Brewers.
They jumped on him. We saw Gus Varland yesterday, 2/3 of an inning, struck out one, walked one as well. Rule 5 draft pick from the Dodgers. You got an opportunity here with this really revamped Brewers bullpen.
Well, we haven't talked about that at all. You might recall last year Milwaukee led the Cardinals late in the season in the divisional race, and then they made the decision to trade Josh Hader to San Diego. And looking back, the Brewers themselves said they miscalculated the effect that was going to have not just on the product on the field but in the clubhouse. They played poorly for about a week and a half. The Cardinals surged and blew the doors off and won the Central again.
We'll say one of the pieces that they got in return from the Padres was a key in being able to get Contreras over here. So I mean, it's crazy to see how it's worked. We look at the beginning of the offseason as well, where Hunter Renfroe gets traded away, Colton Wong gets traded away. There was plenty of rumors swirling around the starting staff. Burns, Woodruff, would they move one of those guys? Adames, would they move him? But they've maintained that they want to keep that core. Craig Counsell, the longest tenured manager in the National League, got a retooled team, got some young talent, and he's got a good ball club.
Tyler O'Neill hits and smokes that towards center. Weimer with a leaping grab at the edge of the warning track. Nice play, and that's out number 2. O'Neill hit that hard for the second out. Let's enjoy a quick word from Tickets for Less.
Get in the game. Tickets for Less.
Taylor Motter has walked. He's flied out and broke 15 bones as a kid. That was
what a stat line.
Certainly unforgettable. I can't wait to ask him about that after the game. I wonder if he saw that as he stood in the box tonight. Did you ever look at the board when you pitched?
No. I tried to stay away from any of the numbers that were up there, Chip. Just staying focused on the task at hand.
A base hit. Motter with a 2-out single. So the Cardinals just keep on pouring it on here. Motter aboard, and Jordan Walker is coming up. Let's check out the metrics on his second big league homer. Our StatCast powered by Google Cloud.
Well, he is up there with the guys in baseball that hit the ball the hardest. He hits this one very hard, gets out in a hurry. 381 feet for the second home run of his career.
As cool as the home run was, fantastic audio. He hit that ball about 380 feet, right? And the sound of the ball hitting the top of the fence was amazing. I mean, we could hear it all the way up here in the broadcast booth.
It's almost like we were sitting there. He hits the ball hard. There's a lot of loud noises when this young man is up to bat.
1 ball, 1 strike. And he jackknifes out of the way. Take a look and a listen. That was loud. And a base hit to right. Walker doing it all. He's line to line. And the Cardinals inning continues, 1st and 3rd. Here we go again, Brad, with 2 outs.
Chip, you brought it up earlier, the fact that he's been predominantly at the big league level a pull hitter. Most of his damage has been that way. Well, how about this one? Fastball, middle away, 95 miles an hour. Stays right on it and hammers it the other way through the wide open right side.
That was a beautiful swing.
I got a feeling this kid's going to be okay.
Yeah. So Chris Hook, another visit for the Brewers. Cardinals threatening again here in the 5th inning. They are enjoying a 6-0 advantage. And now Juan Yepez is coming up. Every Cardinal has reached. Every Cardinal but 2 has a base hit tonight. Yepez and O'Neill, that duo. Three more runs for the Cardinals with 2 outs in this game. A chance for Yepez to add to that total and the 6-0 lead here. You can see why the Brewers like this kid on the mound. He's got a nice arm.
He does for sure. Took a chance on him in the Rule 5 draft. That means you got to keep him for the entire year. The way that he looks should not be a huge problem. Well, Yepez is another guy. He's not afraid to use line to line. You throw him something away, he'll drive it that way.
He takes a shot at right. Anderson, though, has a beat on it, and that'll retire the side. Jordan Walker with a 2-hit game. We're halfway through in Milwaukee, and it's all Cardinals. Like Brad's dulcet tones, the Cardinals' fielding has been flawless.
They have been so good so far this season. You knew it coming into it, and really now only 2 teams remain. The Royals made an error today. Matt Duffy made a throwing error. So 2 teams that are perfect. And that's it for a pitcher. When you know you have that behind you, when you got Gold Gloves everywhere, it gives you all the confidence in the world to fill up the zone. That's what Jordan Montgomery's doing today.
He's had the strikeout ball working. He's gotten a couple of ground outs so far in the game. And I think, Brad, we've talked about this both on and off the air. I would guess as the days and weeks pile up for the Cardinals, we'll start to see more of that ground ball style pitching that was so successful last year.
Yeah, I really think so. I think that we've seen early on for the first turn plus around the rotation just some missed spots. Areas where the ball's been elevated, where you're trying to get it down, where you generally end up getting your ground ball. Just haven't seen that as much. But Ollie, Dusty Blake, the staff, I mean, they want their pitchers to be aggressive, use the defense behind them.
1-2 pitch. How much, from your vantage point, have you felt, if at all, the shift taking away outs that turn into hits because players have to be positioned the way they are now?
Yeah, I think that we're seeing more balls sneak through here and there. I think we've seen that early on.
Little chopper, take time. He does, and almost too much time, but Miller's retired for out number 1. There's another ground ball out as we look at our BJC Healthcare difference maker.
Well, how about Jordan Montgomery so far in this ball game? He has punched out 6, struck out the side at last inning, all on changeups, and he's got it all working. The fastball to both sides of the plate, the big bender that he throws under the zone, and the changeup. I mean, he's throwing that whenever he wants it.
Weimer picked up the first of 2 Brewers hits in the 3rd inning. He doubled. This kid can fly. That one, though, popped up. Who wants it? It's going to be Contreras in fair ground, and very quickly 2 outs in the Brewers' 5th, and the 9th place hitter coming up. Garatini, the Brewers catcher tonight, he whiffed back in the 3rd. This is a really impressive performance for Montgomery, considering all that was on the line in this game. Red hot Brewers team scoring almost 8 runs a game. He's pitching on this mound for the first time in the big leagues. Trying to get the ball deep in the game to give the bullpen some rest, and bigger picture, trying to get the Cardinals back in the win column.
Yeah, and that's what we saw from him as soon as he came over from the Yankees. You saw that guy competing, going right after the opposition. Really, in his first outing, the numbers were good. It was one inning, too, that really just got away. 3 runs in the second inning. But he was solid there, too, against the Blue Jays.
And how are you able to pitch deep into the game? Well, you get some run support, number one. But look at those numbers. Efficient.
Yeah, he has been. 3rd inning, pitch count got elevated a little bit, but he got right back to work.
So 3 balls and a strike for the 9th place hitter Caratini. Brasso waits on deck. Arenado and Walker have hit home runs. For Nolan, his 300th. For Walker, his 2nd. As a big league player, back to the screen, and now we're a strike away from going to the 6th. And that's where the top of the order is going to come up for the Cardinals. Just missed inside. You pointed that out. He's really made good use of that inner half. That one just a little too close.
Yeah, he didn't end up getting the call. You know what else has really stood out to me in this game is how good Wilson Contreras has looked behind the plate, just sticking these pitches right around the edges. There's not much movement there. Obviously came over on the 5-year deal, highly touted for what he's doing offensively. He's pouring into the work defensively. Another good example of it right there, just sticks it.
It's all in the presentation, isn't it? And Wilson's done a nice job tonight. No balls and a strike. On the ground, that is a foul ball. And Brasso back to the plate behind the count. 1-2.
You know that Nolan's going to finish that play just in case the call goes the other way, and because he likes to work on things. Look at that throw. He makes it look so easy over at 3rd base.
Adam Hammer is saying, how'd you do that?
Well, he took his glove off so he could show him how many fingers, how many gold gloves he has. Here's how.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That one too high. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Montgomery is dealing. 7 strikeouts through 5 shutout innings. Fans 16 and up take home a mystery nickname jersey courtesy of Maryville University, where you get Goldie, Engine Red, or the Machine. Find out Sunday, April 16th. Tickets at cardinals.com/promotions. No better promotion than winning. Cardinals up 6. And we head to the 6th. Top of the order coming up. Tommy Edman, Dylan Carlson, Paul Goldschmidt.
Well, this is the kind of performance in every facet of the game the Cardinals were looking for. They've seen glimpses of it, starting to put it together.
After this road trip, the Cardinals back home for a 4-game series with the Pirates and an exciting young club, the Arizona Diamondbacks. Their star sensation, Corbin Carroll, who can really fly.
He does a lot of things well. He's got some power, the speed, as you mentioned. Must see TV. Him and Jordan Walker going at it on the same field.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Wrap up the month of April on the road. Long West Coast trip. And the Cardinals start May. Shohei Ohtani and the Angels come in May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Then the Tigers are in town for the first weekend in May. So get your tickets, Cardinals.com. Great seats available for all those midweek matchups. And hey, anytime you get a chance to see Ohtani and Trout, it's must-see big league ball. Hope you'll join us. The pitch. And that shaves off the inside corner. Edmonds caught looking. And he's retired on strikes to start the inning. 1 out. Dylan Carlson, the batter, after a quick word from BJC Healthcare. Carlson turns around and hits left-handed now. He was 1 for 2 with a single, a run, and a walk against Eric Lauer, who gave up 6 runs, 7 hits in 4 innings. Well, for more of the same from Freddie Peralta, who will face Jake Woodford tomorrow in the series wrap-up. As things stand now, it could be the 3rd final and rubber game of the series.
Yeah, we showed you the numbers before the game. Success against Peralta in his career. The Cardinals just looking to build on some of this momentum. All these numbers, all the hard hit rates and the average. They were doing a lot of things offensively, just couldn't cash in those big hits. Well, Ollie's going to be happy with what he's seeing today.
2 balls and a strike. Look, we work in a results-oriented business, right? You can talk about expected hits and expected wins, all of that stuff. At the end of the day, you win or lose, you get a hit or you don't. But I would think for today's player, all the more modern analysis has to be an awfully reassuring thing that you're on the right track.
Yeah.
If things aren't going well.
Well, I think that it's a lot easier if you're Ollie and the staff who pour into all of this. They pour into the old school baseball part of it and all of the analytics as well. They realize it's 162. They're looking for numbers to point them in the right direction.
At first, Voit has no trouble with that ground ball. 2 quick outs. And I would guess that's part of the job for Ollie Marmol and the staff. Look, guys, as we said, it's the first week. Don't panic. The numbers are saying this is what's going on, and ultimately the pendulum will swing your way.
For sure. And as you mentioned earlier, it's not even a conversation in the clubhouse. They know it too. Like the guys know it. It's not like you're having a big rah-rah team meeting. So, boys, we're going to be fine. Everybody. Yeah. Don't freak out.
Goldschmidt, the hitter. Yeah, that's what Ollie said to us before the game is, guys, it's not like we're having a team meeting. No, we're fine. It's not even a topic of discussion right now after the first 7 games. This one right back up the middle. Nice play at second, and that will retire the side. Nice job by Varland in the 6th. He gets the Cardinals 1-2-3. Sausage race. It was an epic battle, Brad. And not to play the role of a spoiler, we must tell you that the bratwurst outlasted the hot dog and the Italian. That was the non-photo finish. But as we like to say, no matter who finishes in 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, everyone is a winner.
Well said. Very well said.
For the Brewers fans, that's been the most excitement in this game because the Cardinals are whitewashing them 6-0. Heading to the home 6th. Willy Adames leads off. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. There's so many things to love about a big league game, right? In between innings entertainment, obviously. What I love is seeing young players like this guy get to the major leagues and become a star before your very eyes.
He really did. And his trade coming over from Tampa Bay, I mean, he really transformed the attitude of this Brewers team. They needed somebody to solidify shortstop. He did that, and then really just started driving the ball. And some of the numbers, talk about like the outlying numbers, some of those were good for him in Tampa Bay, but they never came to fruition. They did so here.
He's turned into a star in his own right in Milwaukee, a fan favorite. 31 homers will do that for you, quite obviously.
Yeah, that'll get people going.
Now with all the other youngsters they've put together and a terrific pitching staff, you can understand why many are bullish about the Brewers' chances to make the playoffs this year. Strike 3. Montgomery has 8 of them. He is dealing. Good start to the 6th inning. First time he's punched out Adames.
Well, your Plaza Tire Service pitch track. This time the sinker ends up coming back, catches the corner on Adames. I think that Jordan and Contreras have done a really good job of using that side of the plate, knowing you're getting some calls on that side. We'll keep going to it.
Well, he's got 8 strikeouts. 12 is his career high. And he's trying to get through this 6th inning for St. Louis. Just 85 pitches. As I mentioned, Miles Michaelis, the other Cardinal, I think, that has gone 6 innings. We'll see if Montgomery can stretch it out a little further tonight. Little pop, center of the diamond. Montgomery will take care of that himself. He's doing it all. 2 outs. And William Contreras, the batter, after a quick word from Great Southern Bank.
In person or in your pocket, wherever you need us, we're always here for you. Find convenient, personalized support at GreatSouthernBank.com.
Good job by Jordan right there. Field his position. Chip, best athlete on the field right there. So don't only get your gold gloves out of here. I got this.
There's a base hit by Contreras to right, just the 3rd for Milwaukee. You must have been talking to Tom Glavine. That's something he said all the time. Talked about how athletic you guys were.
Look, I don't have to talk to Tom Glavine. I'd love to. I mean, just watch. You'd see it. Good inside out swing right here by Contreras.
So as Harry used to say, they got to you too, huh? So Contreras, his first hit, he's 1 for 3. Here's Voit. He's flat out and struck out. Changeup got him last time, and he lost the bad hand. Looked like he was trying out for the hammer throw in the Olympic team.
Yeah, another changeup right there, too, from Montgomery to Voit. Just having a tough time picking that up.
Cards have out hit him 9-3 tonight. Montgomery has been brilliant. And strike 2 for Luke Voit. Swing and a miss. Another changeup. 9 strikeouts for Montgomery. He is through 6 with a shutout. What a night. Donate Life Day, presented by Mid-America Transplant, is Sunday, April 16th. With the purchase of a theme ticket, fans get a Cardinals cap supporting organ and tissue donation. Get your tickets at cardinals.com/theme. Another Chevy called to the bullpen. Second reliever on for the Brewers. This is right-hander Javi Guerra.
Saw him 3 games last year for the Brew Crew and getting into some action here, and it has been all Cardinals. Montgomery is looking better and better as this game goes on, but no reason to stop pouring on offensively.
Not in this ballpark. As Nolan Arenado, a memorable night, his 300th career homer, part of a 3 RBI game. Speaking of homers, if a Cardinals player homers during this inning, your Gateway Honda dealers make a $1,000 donation to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Redbirds have 2 homers tonight. Jordan Walker has the other one.
Not the guy you really want to fall behind to. Guerra's got a really good fastball, but if you can't show that he can throw that slider for a strike, you're going to sit on it and jump on it.
And 4 straight puts Arenado aboard to start the 7th inning. Guerra, another man fortunate enough to pitch in the World Baseball Classic. He toiled for Team Panama and picked up a save against Italy back on March the 11th. And already in trouble here with Wilson Contreras. 5 straight balls starts the inning. Brewers bullpen has been excellent. 15 1/3 scoreless innings entering tonight's game, and an ERA barely over 1. So that's what we said last night. Game plan real simple. Don't trail in the 7th inning against these guys.
Yeah, no kidding. You'd love to be able to jump on the starters, but that's easier said than done too with the crew that they roll out here. Burns and Woodruff's a pretty nice 1-2 punch, can stand up to anybody in the league.
On the ground to short, might be 2. Good feed and a good turn. Double play, and Tyler O'Neill's coming up with 2 men out. Speaking of tomorrow, Jake Woodford and Freddie Peralta will lock horns. I think Jake was disappointed in his first outing. Look for a rebound from him.
Yeah, I'm sure those are the ones where you have that outing. You want to get it back out there as soon as possible. You don't want to be sitting on that one. He earned every bit of the opportunity to be in the rotation. Got there when Adam Wainwright got hurt, but I mean, there are not too many guys that had a better spring than him. I think the 2 best springs as far as pitchers were Jake Woodford and Steven Matz. Those guys look so good in spring, so I'm looking forward to the next turn for him.
Jake's pitched well in this ballpark. 4 games, 1 start. And beat him in September. 5 innings of 2-hit ball in 2021. So we'll look for more of that as Tyler O'Neill digs in and is pushed off the plate. Garrett throws hard. He was the Tampa Bay Rays minor league pitcher of the year a couple of years ago. Last one at 97.
Well, it certainly looks uncomfortable up there. The angle that he creates anyhow. He's got the good sinker and then a sweeping slider that starts right at the right-handed batter. He pitches from the far third base side, so that gets you on top of the right-hander as well.
Line to second, and that will retire the Cardinals in the 7th. Time to roll out the barrel in Milwaukee. It's all St. Louis in game 2. Your Quality Ford dealers, proud sponsor of the St. Louis Cardinals. By BJC Healthcare, you deserve extraordinary care. And by Budweiser, this Bud's for you. Brad and I have shown remarkable restraint. No bratwursts yet here in Milwaukee, but tomorrow is another day as we head to the home 7th, leading 6-0.
I mean, tomorrow's a holiday.
That's right. Happy Easter weekend, everybody.
Yeah, that's got bratwurst written all over it at the ballpark.
The old traditional Easter bratwurst.
Right.
Bratwurst in a ball game, though. Nothing like that as Brian Anderson leads off the 7th. Zach Thompson's gotten up in the Cardinal pen. Montgomery approaching 100 pitches. See how long his leash is here, as he has pitched a gem. He has struck out 9 Brewers. He's scattered 3 hits. He's walked 2.
Got Brian Anderson out twice, which has been a feat this year.
Yeah, Anderson came in hitting a cool 500 with a long hit streak that's in jeopardy and 10 RBIs.
Yeah, I mean, he has been talking about change of scenery.
Yeah.
Guy that has really just got here and connected early.
Right off his knuckles, Goldschmidt race to the bag. Montgomery, perfect feed, and he wins the race. Nicely done for out number 1.
Well, Brian Anderson had this one in on the hands. You can tell he's trying to drive it through that hole right there, trying to play a little pepper, but Goldie bounces. Good job by Montgomery. Straight line to the bag, and they're able to get him.
So let's see what kind of discretion Montgomery gets here after he had to race to the first base bag. Very little. The pitch clock is already at 8. That is maybe the biggest change.
It really is. Usually that's one where you have a little time to regroup yourself, take a breath, and now the game rolls on.
Owen Miller has struck out and grounded out, and that one right back up the middle, hits the base. Motter stayed with it, though, and makes the play. That hit the pillow. Took a tricky hop, I thought. But Motter, right place at the right time. And 2 are out.
It definitely looked like it popped right up to Motter off the bag. You never know where those things are going to go. Good job by him to be ready for it. This thing right back up the box. I mean, that is about as close as you're going to get to Montgomery. Good thing that he is clear of it. And nice job by Motter to catch that one off the second base bag.
Joey Wiemer, the hitter, and takes high. Yeah, if Taylor hadn't paid attention, he might have broken a 16th bone if it hit him in the nose.
Oh, I mean, we don't have time for that.
Man. What a perfect bounce, though, right in the center of the base. And right into Motter's glove. Fly ball right. Walker has plenty of room. And Montgomery with a sensational outing tonight. 7 innings of shutout ball. And the Cardinals are on their way in game 2. Handshakes, pats on the back, and a whole lot of smiles in the Cardinals dugout, and well deserved for Jordan Montgomery.
100 pitches on the dot, 7 innings, only 3 hits, punched out 9. Everything that you wanted from him against this very good Brewers offense. What an outing.
So some in the crowd make their way to the exits and get set for the Easter celebrations tomorrow. Cardinals 6-0 lead it. They've out-hit the Brewers 9-3. Motter's been on base twice. He's walked and singled. His second hit with the Cardinals, a 5th inning single. He made the team because he can play anywhere on the infield, and he has a good approach at the plate.
It really does. Drives the ball all over the place, plays hard. Does not get cheated when he's up there. Takes some big hacks. Mentioned the ball that he hit against the Braves. It's the 5th hardest hit ball in all of baseball this year. Double down the line.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Hand him off stride there, and he'll pop to the shortstop. Adames says he's got it. He does. And that's how the Redbirds' 8th starts. 1 up, 1 down as we enjoy a quick word from Rally House.
Play ball, St. Louis. Shop the latest in Cardinals style with your favorite brands and throwback designs. Rally House has gear for every fan.
2-hit game for Jordan Walker, an 8-game hitting streak. And a missile in the 3rd inning, a 2-run homer. And turned it loose there, didn't get it, strike 1.
He does not have a 3-hit game yet in his young career. Now would be a very good time for it. He showed you the pulling of the home run, a single the other way, using the whole field today.
I think we're learning too. They don't want his arms extended, but if you go in, you better get it all the way.
Don't miss. Do not miss. And you know, he's in swing mode anyhow. He's up there to hack.
Did that clip him on the way by? It sure did. And Walker with 2 strikes gets hit by a pitch with 1 out.
How about Jordan Walker right there? Doesn't even flinch. I mean, that pitch is coming at him. It's a breaking ball. He hangs right in there, just takes it off the elbow with 2 strikes. Off the hand.
That probably hurt the ball worse than it hurt.
I would think so.
As Yepez is up, he looks for a hit. He's 0 for 3, batting 9th. And he's got it. Base hit to center field. Walker will stop at second. So that flips the lineup card around. 2 more on for Tommy Edman, who's got a 2-hit game.
Applause the tire service pitch track, 97-mile-an-hour sinker. It's down, it's in. But Juan does a really good job of just getting the barrel to it. Pulls his hands inside and drives that baseball.
Chance for Edman to pick up his first RBI. Again, a 2 for 4 game. He scored a run. Cardinals got 2 runs in the 1st inning off Eric Lauer, and it just seemed to ease the pressure, the offensive pressure, as it were.
they've been playing catch up, felt like for a week. So to have that, get that big hit, and then continue to pile on, and Jordan Montgomery shutting down the opposition, whole different field today.
Belt tie strike evens the count. Good rip. Another 10-hit game for the Cardinals offense. And looking for a couple more before this night is done. But it's not to be. Edman swings through it and is out number 2. And it's up to Dylan Carlson with 2 outs.
Left fielder, number 3, Dylan Carlson.
First strikeout for Guerra. Dylan 1 for 3. A first inning single and a run.
I don't think there's much Dylan's going to be able to do with that. Backdoor slider, gets the call. A little bit off the plate away, but been fairly consistent as home plate umpire Jerry Lane on that pitch.
And a swing and a miss. Kid's got a good arm. He struck out the last 2 Cardinals hitters in the 8th, but Ollie's crew is up 6-0. Montgomery gave the Cardinals exactly what they needed when they needed it.
Yes, he did. Your Budweiser player of the game. 7 innings, 3 hits, punched out 9, and had everything working. The fastball command was the best that we've seen from any Cardinal starter so far this year. That's what the Cardinals needed. That's what he needed. Hopefully, the beginning of a trend here when it comes to this rotation.
Victor Caratini will face Zach Thompson, who's been lights out.
I did get the call on the big bender. Mentioned a couple of the best pitchers in spring training, talking about Jake Woodford, who gets the nod tomorrow, and Steven Matz. Well, I failed to mention Zach Thompson, who was dominant in spring.
Line drive to short. Good play by Tommy to his right. And Caratini's retired for out number 1. So Jim Hayes, Zach Thompson has been a revelation, hasn't he?
He's been lights out this year, and he keeps a journal to stay on point. He writes in it after every outing, how it went, how he prepared. He told me it's a good way to keep track of what I'm doing and hold myself accountable. I'm brutally honest with myself. It's a good way to figure out when to make adjustments and be more consistent. Chip, he says he got the idea after talking with Steven Matz and Jordan Montgomery.
Interesting. Well, hopefully he'll have a good journal entry after this performance in the 8th inning. Mike Brasso, the batter, like an infield hit in his 3 trips.
It really is a smart thing to do, to always be able to go back and look at it. I think it's a good reference point when you're feeling well. Well, what was it? Like, what specifically was feeling good? How did you get there? If you have a reference point, you can always get back to it.
A flinch from Jerry Lane, didn't get the call. That was close. Got that one though, 2-2.
It goes right back inside. 95 down in the zone. Not going to be able to do anything with that pitch if you're Brasso.
Little dribbler. Let's see the arm. And a strike to first takes care of Brasso. 2 outs. That guy loves to show off his arm, and he got Brasso by 2 steps.
You can almost see the smile on his face happening as he picked up the ball. He knew he was going to be able to show off that rocket. One of the best arms behind the plate in our game.
That was Yachty-like as Willie Adames digs in and takes down and in. Ball 1. That one past Goldie. Nothing he can do about that. Adames just serves one into right field for his 3rd hit of the series and 1st tonight.
That was a 94-mile-an-hour fastball, elevated inside-out swing here by Adames. Your Plaza Tire Service pitch tracks. Adames likes to go that way. Prefers to get his hands extended.
So Yelich 0 for 3 and takes a strike. Christian's had a great career. Back problems have really sapped his strength, his power. And as you said, Brad, really having trouble getting the ball in the air with much power.
Yeah, he's got the highest ground ball rate in the game the last couple of years. I mean, it just seems like that swing of his is not allowing him to lift the ball. And to your point, likely his body's not allowing him.
2 balls and a strike. And he's under contract for a long time still here in Milwaukee.
Making a lot of money.
At the knees. Yelich didn't like that.
Well, I think that's another example of Contreras behind the plate, how he caught that ball, brought it back up a bit.
That one inside the bag, fair at 3rd. Yelich swung late, but 2 line-to-line hits for the Brewers back-to-back continue the 8th inning.
Yeah, and this one from Christian Yelich hit hard, over 105 miles an hour off the bat. Elevated fastball again from Thompson. If he gets that down, he beats it into the ground. Doesn't have the ability to hit it that hard, but when it's up, he can see it.
So William Contreras will bat with 2 aboard. Milwaukee just 5 hits in the game. 4 of them singles. And that's how you like to play these guys in this ballpark. And a meeting with Thompson. Nobody up in the Cardinals pen. They've got a 6-run lead. They've got 2 outs in the 8th.
Yeah, well timed. Give him a little bit of a breather after back-to-back hits. Might have a little insight on the hitter. Maybe that might help.
This is where the family ties go out the window.
That's right. See you at dinner.
2-0. Jerry Lane's given that pitch all night.
He's been very consistent. He's been consistent at the bottom of the zone and consistent on the inner half of the plate to right-handers.
And now Zach back in the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a tip. Had him beat, but it didn't stick. Pitch 21 is on the way. And it missed. for a full count. Adames and Yelich will move with the pitch. There they go. And it's out of play. Zach got the first 2 outs very quickly. Some bad luck. Adames shot one down the first base line with Goldie playing off the bag. And then Yelich beaten by a pitch. Put it in play inside the bag at third. And now William Contreras takes ball 4 and they're loaded. Breaking ball on a 3-2 count. And now Luke Voit is coming up. He could make things interesting with his big power. Voit, though, has had trouble with the changeup tonight.
No, he has for sure. He really struggled. You talk about somebody that's happy to see Jordan Montgomery out of the game. It is Voit. His back-to-back fastballs. Then Thompson ended up going with that big breaking ball, trying to get the swing and miss there, and just not able to locate it. Dusty Blake going to go out and talk it over with him. A little action in the Cardinal bullpen as well, as Giovanni Gallegos has began to throw.
So the meeting wraps up and Voit will dig in. Voit 0 for 3, struck out twice. Don't give him any hope. Let's end this threat right here. The pitch. And there's the off-speed stuff.
Well, you knew that Luke Voit was going to be ready to swing right away. Looking to jump on something after the walk. Figure he doesn't want to fall behind. Maybe group him a fastball. Didn't get it.
Then he's late at 95, up and away. And now Thompson has him at his mercy. No balls, 2 strikes. See if he's got him anxious with the changeup. The pitch. He got him. Voit strikes out in his last 3 trips, and the Brewers leave the bases loaded for the second time tonight. We head to the 9th. Reliever is Joel Payamps. Payamps made things interesting last night, but got out of trouble, and he'll face the 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Redbirds in the 9th.
Well, certainly did. And you think the way the Cardinals are swinging the bat right now, 10 hits on the ball game, brought in 6. They're not going to give anything away. You saw how quickly things got interesting there in that inning. You know, Goldie, Arenado, they're going to be ready to swing it here.
Paul Goldschmidt, a double and a run tonight. This is game 2 of 13 games head-to-head between the Cardinals and the Brewers. We'll play our last game in Milwaukee until September here tomorrow afternoon. The next 2 series head-to-head will be at Busch Stadium in St. Louis before we come back to Milwaukee September 26th, 27th, and 28th. Brewers in St. Louis May 15th for a 3-game set. And that's off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Drew Verhagen getting ready in the Cardinals pen. And a swinging bunt. Payamps has it with a bare hand. Plenty of time for out number 1. Nolan Arenado, an historic night tonight. Brad, that took place in inning number 3.
Well, home run number 300. It was a changeup from Eric Lauer, and he was all over it. First at bat, he ended up keeping one, just barely foul, barely missed number 300 and got it there. A big milestone, certainly, for Nolan Arenado,
who has a 3 RBI game. Now that milestone is taken care of for Nolan. See how many more he can pour on in the days and weeks ahead. There's a shot to short, and that off the glove of Adames. And Arenado is aboard. He'll have his second hit.
Slider hung right down the middle. Hit it on the screws. That's exactly what the Cardinals have been doing all day long. Even the outs today have been very loud, and that's something that we've seen a lot this season. I get it, in the losing streak, not much to show for it. It's pouring on in this one.
So 11 hits. And Wilson Contreras is the hitter. 1 for 4 is he. Contreras with a 2-out RBI in the first. Cardinals got 2 in that inning. 4 in the third.
Well, Contreras didn't love that one on a pitch that's in off the plate, but he also knows that his pitchers have been getting that one, so probably didn't say too much.
And now Wilson will take his batter's timeout.
Well, Wilson's made it tough in this spot. Lowest strikeout rate in the National League.
Two and two. Every Cardinal but Tyler O'Neill has a hit. And he's on deck. Almost hit him in the thigh. Ball 3, full count. Nolan a very short lead at first, and a swing and a miss. 95 right at the birds, and O'Neill hits with 2 outs.
Center field, number 27, Tyler O'Neill.
That one too low.
Let's see if Tyler can jump on a heater here.
That shot toward third. Diving stop. Long throw. And that one gets away from Voit. Arenado all the way around to third, and the Cardinals inning continues. Runners at the corners.
Well, you know, with the speed of Tyler O'Neill, Rosso was going to have to be quick on the draw, and he tries to. Goes down, flags it down the line, gets up, and just can't handle that shorter hop there. If he bounces that a little bit earlier, Boyd's got a chance. Retreats on it, though.
So O'Neill does get that hit. Every Cardinal starter has at least one of them. Arenado advances to third on the throwing error, just the second error by the Brewers all year. And now a chance for Taylor Motter to pick up an RBI here. He's had a good game. Good play at second base. He's also walked and singled. And that shaves off the outside corner, and that will retire the side. Every Cardinal with a hit tonight. 3 outs to get. It's 6-0 St. Louis. As you check out, Brad, our game summary.
Well played again. Well played. Catch up, he says. Very good.
Game summary: Nolan Arenado with his 300th home run. Jordan Walker adds number 2. How about Jordan Montgomery today, too? Getting the job done, 7 strong, just what the doctor ordered for the Cardinals. And Drew Verhagen, your Chevy call to the bullpen, looking to put a bow on this one. Been great in 3 games so far. He's finally healthy. Drew Verhagen's body's allowing him to go out there, finish pitches, had the hip surgery at the end of last year. Disappointing first year for Drew, but looking to build on something special in the bullpen.
And he'll have the lower part of the Brewers order coming up. I beg your pardon. Anderson, Miller, and Weimer scheduled for Milwaukee. Cardinals trying to return the shutout favor here in game 2 of the series, leading 6-0. And right there for a strike for Anderson, whose hit streak is on the line here in the 9th inning.
Well, it's been quite some time since the Cardinals did last shut out the Brewers. It's been a span of 33 games against them. Last time was May 13th, 2021. In that game, Jack Flaherty threw 6 shutout innings. They're about due for this game.
2-strike pitch for Anderson. And that just missed. So this one looking like it'll take a deciding 3rd game to figure out the series winner. Council and Marmol will plot their strategy for game 3 tomorrow afternoon, an Easter Sunday special. And that's an excellent way to start. Swing and a miss starts the 9th inning. 11 Brewers have been struck out in this game.
Verhagen rears back, get a little more. 96 miles an hour at the top of the zone.
Owen Miller, the hitter, he's 0 for 3. Scott Warman, Jim Edmonds standing by with Cardinals live post game. We'll break it all down for us and preview Woodford and Peralta on Easter Sunday. To right. Walker going back. Warning track and makes an adjustment and a basket catch for out number 2. It's not always going to look pretty, but as long as it's effective, who cares? 2 outs.
You make the play, you make the play. We've talked about this a lot with Jordan Walker. As everyone knows that's watching right now, young man was a third baseman growing up. He's making the transition to the outfield, doing so. He never played with 3 levels on a place. I mean, the ball looks different coming off the bat. It's going to take some reps for him.
Yeah, 3 levels and a roof. This one on the ground. Goldie's got that. Race to the bag, and the Cardinals have won it. 6-0 is your final score. Brad Thompson, this was the night of the Jordans.
This is it. It all came together for the Cardinals. Been talking about all the hard hit rates, all those things when we saw Jordan Walker with his 2nd. Nolan Arenado with his 300th career home run at Montgomery with 7 strong.
Cardinals back in the win column. They snapped their 4-game losing streak, and even this series had a game apiece. Plenty of good stuff to talk about on the Cardinals post-game show. Scott Warman and Jim Edmonds are having that next.